Sorry about that. I guess it's more emotional than I thought it was. Uh, well, when I said for them to F off and get out, or, well, get the F out, my words, I went out on the couch and was feeling it leave and like pulling me up. And then I was there on the couch and I could feel myself dying and going into shock. My nephew and my son was coming in and out. I could hear them, but I couldn't say anything to them because I was just there. Nothing. Like I was just air. And I heard my nephew say, well, your mother's still sleeping. I don't know how long or how many times they had come in. I don't know the time. At that point, my body was going into severe shock. I could feel myself slipping away, and as I was slipping away, it started as a 3 cluster. Then it doubled to 6, then it tripled to 9, and then it just kept duplicating, continue, until it was one massive bright light. It was like going into the sun. That's what it felt like. And that's how bright it was. So when people say that they see the light or can you close the curtains or something, they're seeing that light. Okay? They're on their way. They're gone. Right? So I was there and then I come to on my couch, but as I come to on my couch, there was this young girl. She was around 12, 13. She had long, dark hair. She was very gray in color. She was wearing a long blue dress and she had black eyes. Like black eyes, not bruised. And it was like, I don't know if it was crawling out of me or trying to get in, but it went under my coffee table, up over my chair and out my living room window. So at this point, I was feeling very ill. I did end up going to Calgary in February of 2020. And I was up there trying to get help, and I was at the hospital because my heart rate went down to 38, and my blood pressure was very high. The gentleman that I was living with, he got me to the hospital. He was very concerned, and things ended up going a little sour because I got scared. So I was up there in COVID, and I come home. And when I come home, well, while I was up there, I drew a really weird picture. I was told that it was it was the apocalypse, the hierarchy, right down to the rebirth of the new earth. So then I got home and I started decoding things. And stuff started happening, like very supernatural, spiritual, on different frequencies, energy levels, what have you. Let me tell you, the positive and the negative do make a difference when you think in those terms. If you think negative, you're going to attract a whole bunch of negative shit towards you. Yes, I did swear, and I'm going to. And when you do that, you just have negative. You don't see the positive that's actually taking place in between those increments of the negative parts. I started thinking positive. Things started happening. I'm well. I was in the psychiatric ward, the mental health, not psychiatric, because those terms are quite like, hey, you're psychotic. Well, you're not psychotic. You're just in tuned and you're one with the land opposed to one living off the land. You're living off the land, you're destroying it. Live with it, you're helping it, and you're saving yourself and the land. Keep that in mind. So I started feeling better. But that experience of dying and coming back, I could tell you more, but I will tell you that later. And I'm going to leave it there because it was emotional and it actually was very therapeutic. As I said, I'm going to go to a spiritual therapist, and one day I plan to be one of them because I love to talk to people, and my experience being in the hospital both times this year, not ashamed to say, because we all need help sometimes, but keep in mind that where you get it the most when you're in the hospital is from each other, from the patients, from each other. And you can actually help the nurses and the staff in there by communicating with the others, kind of like peer support. And I'm getting that too. And I'm really grateful and blessed that those things are at my disposal. Don't like a psychologist through Capital Health because the government pays them. I have health coverage, so I will be using that so that I may get the help to understand things more, so that I can grow and evolve and change. Because change, as I said, is good. You just have to be open to it and not think of it as a bad thing. These masks and vaccines, they're not going to stay. So it's a matter of just being patient and remembering that patience is a virtue. Good things come to those who wait patiently. And the meaning of life is a challenge. It works in mysterious ways. It has its ups, downs, and sometimes just upsetting. We live life for what? To be happy, sad, or just to be known? Well, it's actually all of the above, because life is the experience. Seto to poroshklana, iskoro ekorokodo potkonematikiriskia. Eshola koroskira, akaragaraskia toto porgereme, eseno to korskala ekoroskim. That's good. I'm beginning. Namaste. Good night to you all. Well, sorry, not night. It's good morning to you all.